64, no matter what your position is on marijuana, my problem with this amendment is it changes our Constitution. And drug policy does not belong in the Constitution of the state of Colorado. The reason it doesn't is because it limits our legislature's authority then to make changes to the law. And we know over time the law shouldn't be something that you can't go in and change when there are circumstances that happen that you aren't aware of when you pass it. So like I said, drug policy does not belong in our Constitution. I think that everybody here would agree that the U.S. Constitution is one of the finest legal documents ever written. It has 27 amendments. You look at the Colorado Constitution, it's been amended over 150 times. I think that that's wrong, and I think that this is not the way to resolve this issue. Do not make it part of our Constitution. Colorado voters have already voted on medical marijuana, and I think that the unintended consequences of that we can all see. Back in 2001, they thought they were voting for something. Today, it's something entirely different. Making this part of our Constitution would give people the constitutional right to consume, grow, transport, and sell marijuana. I think that that's wrong. Of course, every time you have a constitutional amendment, because you cannot change it, you have to litigate. You have to go to court, across the street or wherever, and litigate what it means. That litigation is expensive. This is a state that's strapped for money. Again, that's another reason not to pass Amendment 64. Growing, selling, all those things, transporting, consuming, still will be a violation of federal law if Amendment 64 passes and amends our Constitution. Not only will we face the cost of litigation as a state, but businesses in our state will face litigation. The question in those situations for safety, when they make employees take urinalysis tests, will they be able to do that? There are many businesses in this state that get government contracts from the federal government that may lose those contracts as a result of 64. There are businesses in our state that have contracts with other countries, like the UK, that demands drug testing by those companies to do business with them when they're talking about safety issues. Those companies could lose those contracts. And if 64 passes as a constitutional amendment and we see those problems occur, we will not be able to address that and change 64. So I urge people to vote against 64. And it's my pleasure now to introduce Tom DeLand. And Tom, I'm sorry.